Right, welcome back if you've been following this series. Today's project is to tart this manifold up. As you can see, it's gone a bit, I mean, it's not in bad condition enough and it's not rusted through, it's just, you know, the top surface has gone a bit tired. What I'm going to do, I'm going to paint it with, where is it? This high temperature black spray paint. I'm not going to go into how, you know, I'm not going to tell you how to take it off and that, but you know, you take the exhaust off, get it down here. First thing I'm going to do is attack it with a wire brush, get any of this excess like surface, especially around this part here because it's quite a bit rough around there. So I'm going to get the wire brush on it, give it a quick rub over, just to rough it up a bit, and then I'll come back to it. Yeah, so just get your wire brush, just rub it all over. I'm actually thinking whether to not paint it. I've read that the downpipe on this is stainless steel. So I am going to rub it back first with some sandpaper to see what the finish is like underneath. If it is stainless steel, I think I'm going to leave this part chrome. I might just spray the headers, like the top part here, just spray them black. And then leave this bit here chrome. So I'm going to get a bit of sandpaper on it, rub it back, see what I'm dealing with. Right, that's a bit of a crazy one. A bit of a change of plan, I think. It is stainless steel. So what I've done, I rubbed it back with some, rubbed the paint off with some P80 sandpaper. Then I used some 600 grit. And I mean, I suppose you could make it a lot shinier by using 1000, but I haven't got any. But then I just used a bit of that aluminium polish. And it's actually come up all right. I might actually go for this finish instead. So like polish this part up from here to here, so that's the part that's exposed, what you can see. And then just spray paint this back bit, just to protect it really from like the weather. Because this bike, I will be using it as like a daily ride. I might do. I mean, I've got the other bike, so I might. But it's best to protect it. I'm going to see how I get on with this. I want to try and polish this up and see how good it looks before I start painting. But right, I'll be back in a bit. We'll see how this gets on. Okay, I did start polishing it up and it did start to work, but then I've kind of, let's get out that window a second. Yeah, then when I thought about it, I thought, the thing is I'm trying to make this bike back to original, like how it came out the showroom. And when it came out the showroom, it did have black downpipes, so to save me, it is a lot of effort. I mean, you can polish them up. They are stainless steel downpipes, so you can, you know, polish them up to a shine, but it is hard work. So I've decided I am going to paint them. I've got the paint anyway, so I am going to do it. So I'm just going to jet wash it off, make sure it's nice and clean, try and get as much, I mean, I've already rubbed it over with some WD-40, rubbed them down. Now just jet wash them off, trying to get as much of that WD-40 off as possible. Then I'll leave them to dry. Yep, I'm going to quickly do this part of the video in the shed because it's really windy outside, so you probably won't hear what I'm saying. But this is the paint I'm going to use. It was off Amazon. Vitcas high temperature, 800 degrees centigrade stuff. I've used this before. I used this on the Aprilia. And because it's for the exhaust, you haven't got to be really so careful about the preparation. Just give it a quick rub down, get rid of most of the rust. You know, clean it. But it's really good, this stuff is. You can just put it on. And because it's an exhaust, once it sets kind of like an enamel sort of finish. But what I want to do in a bit, you put thin layers on, wait 15 minutes between each layer and just keep doing it. And I'm going to use the whole can. I'm going to spray pretty much, well, unless it starts getting too thick, but because of how big the exhaust is, I think the whole can should probably, but I'm just going to keep putting thin layers on, waiting 15 minutes between each layer. And then, I mean, I'm not going to put it back on the bike straight away, so once I've sprayed it, I'll leave it hanging up. You'll see in a minute where I've done it in the garden to just, you know, it gets it's a bit poisonous, this stuff. It's like, gives off quite a bit of a strong vapour. But I'll leave it hanging for an hour, and then once I put it in the garage, I'll just put it out of the way, let it rest. And then by the time I put it on, which is going to be a couple of weeks, because I've got to get all the body panels sprayed and stuff, it will set rock solid, that will. And also you'll see when I'm spraying around by the collars that you know that you bolt back onto the engine, I will spray them, but it'll be very light around that area, just so you don't block up the holes, or you don't have the problems later when you try and put it back on. Just have to bear with me with the wind. It's quite windy today. I just wanted to show you how it goes on, because when you first put the first layer on, it hardly puts any on at all. See? You just want to put like a very light layer on. Right, I managed to get 3 coats on. It's actually started spitting as well, so. But I say with this paint, like I say, it's not a professional finish, like, you know, like it's not like spray painting your panels, so it'll be fine. I'm going to leave this for a couple of weeks now to set, but if you was going to put it straight back on your bike, after about an hour you can put it back on, and then as the exhaust gets hot, it actually cures the paint. I think it does recommend to do that on the you know, on the instructions of the can. Anyway, that's the finish. I'll say it should last a couple of years, you know. Tarts it back up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Till next time. Bye.